Today is May 24th, 2025. It's, I think, about 3:30 in the afternoon. It's about 63 degrees here in the Santa Cruz Mountains. It is a gorgeous Oliver day, rooster day. So I've tried to upload the last couple of videos of the garden, and for some reason they just are not uploading, so I'm going to try this one. So this is the garden that Rooster and I planted, Blackjack, and we basically I threw out a handful of seeds while he was here. This was like back in December. So actually the majority of this garden was planted by seed. So this is squash, and they're trellising up. So I'm doing, of course I planted, I basically just put way too many seeds because that's how I roll. And so I try to trellis these up with these bamboo sticks that I got at Ace Hardware. It's somewhat working. This is a tomato cage, and this is my, I know, buddy. This is my squash also. So it's a vine, so it would just trail down on the ground, or you can trellis it up, or you can, like Jim made this for my peas. And it's just like, so I'm trying to make it a vertical garden, but this is my beans, Jack and the Beanstalk. Their little hands just hold on to the bamboo, and so these are my peas. Let's see. Yeah, these are my peas. I planted these from seed. We actually have some planted down by the chicken coops, and we actually picked them yesterday and ate them, and they were pretty good actually. A little bit chewy, but sweet. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. So this was my pea kind of trellis area. It's so cute. I just always help their little hands to grab on. This pea wants to go to the sky. I'm kind of on a hill here, so I'm trying not to fall down. There's the rooster. Say hi, buddy. It's my garden buddy. So these are my sunflowers that I planted from seed. They're growing pretty tall. I don't see any flowers yet, but they're coming. They're coming. They're gonna open up. Olivia, the cat, was hiding in the garden until Rooster got here. Rooster's like, talk. It's the truth, buddy. So here's my tomatoes that I planted. Actually, these ones were starts, so they were not from seed. And I did find some tomatoes I planted, and the deer got them. They were a little bigger than this in another garden, and the deer ate them up. That's okay. Excuse me, buddy. Can I pass by? So we've got some marigolds. Beautiful marigolds. Look at that. These were I got these as starts from a nursery in Scotts Valley, California, which is about 15 minutes from Santa Cruz, California. And these are doing really well, actually. I got these ones from a nursery, these beautiful, colorful gold crown kind of flowers. Those ones from Boulder Creek or Ben Lomond Nursery, which is Santa Cruz Mountains. Here's some of my beans that are climbing up using the stalk of the sunflower to climb up. Yeah, that's one of the beans I planted. If I let it grow, they'll just dry into bean pods, and then you can save them and cook them. This is a huge pea planted from seed. For some reason, I don't see any pods on that one. Hey, Betty. It's okay. Come on. Can I pass by? Thank you. Come on. So, this is, Jim and I threw a handful of seeds out back in December 2024. And I was cutting this and cutting it for my hens. And then I was out of town for I'm good, my love. I'm just making a video. Jim's working down building the rooster area. The permanent rooster area, which is coming along nicely. So this is actually, I feel like this is like my favorite part of the garden, even though like we just threw the seeds out. And you can just see the bees. And I watched this bee documentary the other day. It's called, oh gosh, what is it called? Oh gosh, I can't remember. A Day in the Life of Bees or something like that. And it's like about an hour long, and it is so beautiful how the bees, they just get the pollen all over their body, and they go from flower to flower, and it's so beautiful. I don't know why I always thought that they would eat the pollen and then take it to another flower, but they literally the way that God has designed them, they're so beautiful. And so we're gonna probably make some bee homes here. All you do is just get your drill and you drill it into old wood that's sitting around. You can drill holes, and the bees will make their cells in there and create and have their babies. And they just want wildflowers. They want flowers. I mean, they're doing all this work, and so it's just so beautiful. So we've got lots of logs sitting around from just fallen trees. So we're just gonna go ahead and drill holes, little holes, and into the wood that's just sitting. And then that'll be homes for the bees. I can just hear them buzzing. Here. Hey, Betty. So beautiful. This is another one, sunflower I grew from seed. Tomatoes, tomato plants, and their tomato cages. There's a blueberry bush down there somewhere. There's another bee. So pretty. Got another tomato plant there. I've got corn. This is like colorful, like corn. This was squash that was just from squash that we ate. Look at this. The leaves. And I just threw the seeds in here. Look at the corn. I've got lettuce growing. That one was from seed. I've got spaghetti squash in here. That just from some spaghetti squash that we enjoyed. I threw the seeds out. Another sunflower is about to pop. I think I have ginger growing under here. Yeah. Just stuck it in the ground and look. We do have this protected because there's deer here every day. We have deer, a family of deer that come. And if they get in, they get in, but so far so good. Here's the nasturtium that'll come back every year. These are so pretty. They're almost like 3D. And then this is the nasturtium with the flowers. Got tomatoes right there. Wow, so cool. This is another tomato plant. It's huge. Because you can see the cage is here. Another tomato plant there. Grapes. We bought a few grapevines. Flourishing. I've got basil. I love basil. We've got some more basil that's going to seed already. Here's some. Nasturtium twirled up in there. Look at the stalks on these. These ones are planted from seed. Like highways for the ants. No flowers yet. I'll make my way through here because it's just so big. But I love that this is a little shade garden for the cats. Well, Olivia, because we have Olivia cat, because we have lizards in here. And I think there's little birds that, I heard a few little birds the other day. And so I thought there was a little nest or something in here, but I think they were just coming in here, and I have some water for them. So Olivia cat is welcome in here, but the other two cats are not welcome because they're not nice to birds and lizards. Olivia will be gentle with them, and she'll bring me a little lizard in the house, and I'll rescue it. And there's a pumpkin. I don't know where I planted it. It's either here or down here. I can't remember, but there's so much going on, I'm not sure. Where are my pumpkins at? So that's a wrap. So this is where Rooster lives right now. He's with me in the garden, but that's his house and his little temporary yard. And then we have Red Rooster, who's taking a nap. He lives in those two structures, and he's got a house in there, and he's completely protected. He's got his big yard. One rooster has a huge yard, like green temporary. So that's temporary fence. We put that stuff on top of the roof for just some shade, and he's got shade on the other structure though too. So we have Red Rooster living there with his big yard. There he is. Yes, he's taking a bath in the dirt. And then this is Blackjack, and that's his yard. But down the hill, Jim is building them a structure so that I can get some sleep, because these two boys are pretty loud all day long. Yeah, it's the truth, buddy. It's the truth. Yeah, you want some water? Yeah, buddy. Okay. So on that note, we'll just cut it here. I'll get you some water, buddy.